Hello, and welcome to the Pottervision podcast. The podcast where every 2 weeks, or 14 days if you're still using Imperial, we read a chapter of the Harry Potter books and talk about them. I'm being distracted by, it looks like a video game fighter being prepared to be selected. Is that right, Tom Lawrenson? Ooh! Looks like being on Tekken.
I was just having a bit of fun. Is that a crime these days to have a bit of fun? Some people would say so. Some people would say you'd get locked up for beating up your pal. I don't want to live in that world. I want to live in a world where we can do whatever we want. The Purge. The Purge 24/7.
Yeah, that'd be good. The Purge 24/7.
Breakfast in bed every day, yeah? A little kettle and coffee making facilities by the side of your bed that you don't have to get up and go downstairs to make a coffee in the morning. You've got one ready to go. I want to live in a hotel room. That is my dream.
I think that's the kind of stuff I'd be doing during the Purge as well. I wouldn't be killing anyone, I wouldn't be robbing anyone's house. I'd be having a bit of coke with my breakfast. Oh, this is allowed during the Purge. Once I'd finished locking all my doors and barring my windows, I'd wear odd socks.
God bless you. Not like the rest of us, Pottervision listeners. We'd be killing people. Hey!
It's alright, it's the Purge. Yeah. Ooh. The Purge.
The Purge.
Hey, I forgot what episode we're on. We're on episode 150. That feels significant, doesn't it?
150.
150. The
Do you know what'd be
Unbreakable
nice?
Vow.
Do you know we've got a 50p piece?
Yeah.
Imagine if we had a 150p piece.
That'd be good. Would you call it the 150p piece? I quite like a £1.5 coin.
I'd call it the Unbreakable Vow.
Hey. Well, they used to have an half penny. Why can't they call the 50p the half pound?
Well, the half £2. No, well.
The pound would be the half £2, wouldn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Somewhere in a box in
3/4 of
Wales.
£2. The 150p piece. Go on. Wales North Box.
I've got a £5 coin.
Yeah, try and spend it.
I think you can spend it, but it's worth more than the £5 it's valued at because it's a rare coin. Do you remember when you tried to collect those coins that used to make the shield picture?
Yeah.
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 That was good, wasn't it?
That was good, that, wasn't it? Did you like that, Mason? Oh, you like that, did you?
You like that, did you? For me.
What was he called? Sharples.
Yeah, normally we don't name people when we have private stories. But, yes, that is his name.
I think of him, Sharples, any time I pass a funeral director's, not because he's dead, but there's a certain funeral director's that's called Sharples, and so I always think of this guy called Sharples, who, he did an open mic gig that I was hosting, or maybe I was just there, and he bored everyone for about 20 minutes. You're only meant to do like 8 minutes, and then I come off stage, he comes off, and I go, I was like, to be nice, I was like, oh, probably his first time, I went, good job, and he goes, did you like that, did you? All smug with himself? Oh, did you like that, did you? No, it's shit.
Oh.
Piss off, you'll git.
Hey, well, it's good to be confident. And if anyone's trying to picture this person, imagine Norris from Coronation Street.
But with no glasses on.
Oh, but with no glasses on. Yeah? Yeah, anyway, how have you been? We did Wurzel Gummidge last week, but since we last recorded the main podcast, it's been probably about a month. You've been away on your travels.
Don't be sleeping on that Wurzel Gummidge episode. Don't be thinking, I don't know what that is. Once again, they've done something weird. I don't know what that is. Right. Right, guys, watch it. It's like a 25-minute episode. We watched Wurzel Gummidge, which is a weird kids' TV show. Right, it's easy to watch. And afterwards, the other day, I watched episode 2 on my own for no reason. I enjoyed it that much. Right, so watch that. And there's a killer new bit in it that we were joking about for ages, where if all of a sudden you're engaged in some discourse you don't like anymore, you say, I don't think I like this conversation.
Yeah. And conversely, if someone gives you a compliment or, gives you a good bit of news, you can say, I think I like this conversation. It works both ways, listeners. And I'm sure it'll be dotted around.
I'll demonstrate it for you now. Okay, I'm going to pretend to be your boss. Mr. Kirkby, come into my office, please.
Oh, yes. Hello, sir. I'd just
like to say, your first 2 weeks of this job, your performance has been poor, your attendance is horrible, and we're going to have serious words about your future at this business.
I don't think I like this conversation. You got anything positive to say about me in the first 2 weeks? Anything nice to say, sir?
I don't think I like this conversation. You're
Has that been tickling you all week?
Yeah.
Hey.
I don't think I like this conversation. What, how was your new job? So, if anyone doesn't remember, Lucas Kirkby was once a teacher in a private school. And he said, do you know what? I'm sick of that. Stick me in a room where they can't see me. So now he works as a trainee accountant in a school.
Yeah, in a language school for adults. It's great. I get to be in a room.
I didn't know it's for adults.
Yeah, it's for adults. It's the same company that I did my German lessons in Fulda, but the version near here. So they do like day classes for the immigrants and refugees that are doing like the integration course, and then in the evenings they've also got like private groups who want to learn German, or groups that want to do English, Spanish, French, the lot. Yeah, and I crunch the numbers, and it's great fun. It's very relaxing. I'm finding it quite therapeutic.
Really?
Yeah, but I need to be careful because some days I'm on my own in the room, and normally if I'm on my own doing stuff, I'll be like singing or making funny sounds or whatever. But then I need
wait. Oh,
stuff like that. Yeah, I'd be like bippity-bop, boo, and but then I realise, hang on, I can hear the lesson next door. Maybe they can hear me. What language are they learning in that room, miss? Not a language I've ever heard of. Boo.
Have you seen that guy on the internet? It's a father and son duo. They're called the Costco guys.
No.
You know, they're brilliant. So, father and son, and they're like, so they've both got these beautiful eyes.
Oh.
And very engaging. And they look to the camera, and the son says he has a chicken bake, which is like, you can imagine, really.
Yeah, chicken bake.
But an American version of a chicken bake that kind of looks like a baguette. And then the dad says he's got a double chunk chocolate cookie. But he says it like this. He goes, double chunk chocolate cookie!
Yeah, like a monster.
And from this, they have 1 million followers.
Where are we going wrong? We need to start doing that. Look what I've got here. I've got chocolate liveness biscuits. Can we have 1 million followers now, listeners?
He goes, they'll go, hey, what is that? And also their names. The dad is called AJ, yeah.
Yeah.
They've got 2 million followers.
Oi.
The dad is called AJ. The son is called Big Justice.
Sounds Sounds like half a dictionary in a Marvel movie.
We're Costco guys. Of course we go shopping while eating a chicken bake.
We're Costco guys. Of course we had to try the new double chunk chocolate cookie.
Well,
Yeah, have you paid for them, lads? Have you paid for them?
and there's a song to go with it.
Oh, the mic's not picking it up, but it looks fun. Hey! Oh, that big slab of meat! Oh, no, is it the gym? Oh, there's a lot going on in this video, I can't keep up. Hey, fantastic! Yeah? Well,
So that's what I've been up
glad that
to.
we've given that account with 2 million followers the publicity that it desperately needs. Go follow that.
Double chunk chocolate cookie.
Salted roasted peanuts.
Say what you see. Say what you see, lads. Say what you eat.
Hey, well, before we carry on, quick somber moments. Yesterday, one of the Harry Potter actors passed away, didn't they? Maggie Smith, Professor McGonagall.
Dame Maggie Smith.
We're laughing at McGonagall.
Why did you say that?
I don't know. Yeah, go on.
It made me laugh because once
made you laugh?
someone called Maggie Smith, or like, you know, the McGonagall, they called her McConical, and we didn't know whether they were joking or that's just how they said it. So he's brought that up now for some reason, but yeah, very,
Sorry.
very sad.
And if anyone wants to have a minute's silence, they can just pause the podcast for a minute. Yeah,
When I was a little boy, a boy in my high school died. 2 boys in my high school died, actually. Any kids in your high school died?
I'm sorry, I'm still thinking about McConical, and that's why I'm laughing a bit. And it's not about what you're saying.
Yeah, but the second boy in my high school died, and about 6 months prior, my own grandmother had died. And I remember being in the car.
I'm so sorry. I mean, this is just one of those awkward moments now where I'm just going to laugh at giggles, and you keep saying about people that have died.
But why did you bring it up?
I don't know. I regret it now. Sorry, your grandmother.
Yeah, so that boy had died. I'm in the car, and I was like, "Oh, I should discreetly do a prayer right now." Yeah. I didn't want anyone to like notice that I was praying on the way home from school in the car with my family. So let's do a quick prayer. Put my hands together, close my eyes, and I was doing a prayer to my grandmother because who died like 6 months earlier, and I was like, "Dear Grandma, please look after," I won't say his name, but please look after Joffrey in heaven. And I thought, imagine if she did, how weird would that be for him? You just got into heaven, you know, you've had a 13-year-old boy, and then all of a sudden, hey, come here with me. Who are you? I'm someone else's grandmother. Can I not go with my own family?
They're all waiting for me over there. No, I promised Tom I'd look after you. Oh, forever. Yes.
Till he gets here. Well, that won't be anytime soon. He's living till 150. Ugh.
Yeah. God. Oh, that's bloody lovely.
Well, Grandma, let me just do a quick one now, a little top up. Grandma, right, you are released from your responsibilities with Joffrey. Please now look after Maggie Smith.
And how long ago did you make the first prayer to your grandma?
Well, must be 20 years.
So your grandma's had sole custody of that school friend for 20 years?
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh, now I can finally fly the nest. Get his own cloud. Move out. Yeah, bloody hell. Well, it's crazy how many actors who were in the Potter films aren't with us anymore. Alan Rickman, Robbie Coltrane, both Dumbledores.
Well, not really, because they were all old when it was filmed like 20 years ago. So.
Oh yeah, sorry. Hey, this week I'm home alone. Martina's at a wedding in Munich that had no plus ones. So I'm home alone. I've already...
No
got
fucking
hanging-
plus ones for a pregnant woman.
I know. Well, her other family members are going.
All right. She's not her husband.
No, I'm not allowed. But yeah, I've already hung up the tins of paint. I've made the handle hot with a blowtorch.
I wonder if that's true or you just couldn't be asked.
No, it is true.
No,
Because
it is true.
Because other partners aren't allowed either.
Oh, well, good.
And as soon as we finish this podcast, I'm going to get some cardboard cutouts to dance like that.
Ooh, 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 ooh.
That's Matilda.
What about if Home Alone was like a bit more brutal? Because it was already quite brutal. Man, they
Yeah.
lift the letterbox and two like pencils in their eyes.
Oh, that'd be good.
No, you were gonna do that.
Oh, you've just beheaded Marv. Oh. Yeah, well, he tried to rob my house. It's just you now, Harry.
Harry. Harry.
Isn't that what
Oh,
it's
Harry
called?
and Matt. I thought you meant Harry Potter.
No, why would I be talking about him?
Yeah, why would you be talking about him?
Yeah. I used to find those gloves, I didn't like the gloves they had that were covered in stickers. They used to scare me.
That's the second one.
Yeah, sticky bandits.
I liked it.
Yeah, so who knows what'll happen? I might make friends with a man with a shovel or pigeon.
You
woman
will
that
do
looks
so.
like-
You will do your home improvements. There'll be no making friends.
Oh, well, it is chore week this week. There are 3 flats, and every 3 weeks, one of them has to do chores, and it's my week this week. So
What?
Well, for like for the communal areas, so like the steps going up to the flat and outside and that. So I got to clear it up.
Why is it such a state?
It's not, but every 3 weeks you have to do a bit of something, you know.
Oh my god, that'd drive me mental.
Gonna hoover the stairs, mop. It's gonna be
Oh
great.
my god. I want. That is crazy.
You don't like that?
I suppose it keeps everything nice. I suppose.
I suppose it keeps everything nice. I just don't get why I should have to do it.
I went to Germany once. Went to Berlin and stayed in an Airbnb. And I suppose it was okay. Yeah, the communal areas. I don't remember being any dirt or anything. But we're in a like a pub bar having like a schnitzel. Me and Lucy.
Yeah.
And then this, like, don't know, tramp, whatever it was. You're not allowed to say tramp anymore.
No.
But I don't mean homeless person.
Yeah. What do you mean then? Someone a bit
A
rough?
nutter.
Oh, a nutter.
This guy came up to the window and was like,
Oh, yeah. Gobbling.
I was like, all right, so that's how they do things in Berlin, is it?
That is not how we all are.
All right, you're the Prime Minister. Is that Merkel, is it? All right.
Well, what have you been up to the past week? What, you're supposed to have had a cultural experience since the last time we did the podcast.
Well, so I did a gig in Warrington last night.
Oh, that's cultural. Yeah. Warrington.
I could have cracked all their heads together.
Yeah. Wouldn't have made any difference.
Youngest in the room was about 34.
Oh, that was you. doing the gig?
I'm younger than that, thank you.
Oh, I've lost track now. You've been 30 for about 5 years. You keep telling me.
I have not. But let me tell you that I'm looking around and there's literal nanas and old. I did like, who's got nosy parents? No one replied because they haven't got parents. I was like, oh, passed away, have they? Really, really old. I despised looking at them.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Why'd you put yourself in these situations?
Might have been alright.
You should do a recce like those psychics do. You know, before they go do a psychic show, they send their investigators to the town to find out things about the relatives. You could do that, but just get like general gist of the average age group of the town and then decide if you're going to gig there or not. Could be a good idea for you, that.
Alright, I'll do that then. But I went on a 10-day excursion. Me and Lucy did the West Highland Way, which is a 10-day hike. We spoke briefly about this on Double Vision. I spoke about the Frenchman on Double Vision, didn't I?
Yeah.
But, you know, it was 10 days. A lot happened.
Yeah. What else happened, Tom?
Did I tell you about the man who fell over?
No, you didn't tell me about the man that fell over. Go on, tell everybody. Man who fell over. Listen to this. Yeah.
We were sat having a rest, me and Lucy.
Yeah.
And these two old people, I guess in their 50s, start walking past, you know, over rocks. It's very treacherous terrain. And they're walking past, and it's a wet, drizzly day. And all of a sudden, this man just falls on his bum, this guy in his 50s. And he's a bit embarrassed. And I'm looking at him sad. Just like, I go, you all right? And he goes to me, did you get that on film? I was like, no.
Yeah.
And he went like this, did it look good at least? And I went, no. And that was the man who fell over.
Hey, the man who fell over. Yeah, well, he was probably joking to mask his embarrassment. But there's nothing embarrassing about falling over.
One night, that night actually, put the tent down, and it was a very windy night, right? It's pouring down with rain, and it's windy. The tent pegs keep flying out of the soil, and the tent is trying to like fly away.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so I'm getting out and I'm putting them back in, and like they're just coming out immediately because the soil is so wet. They just won't stay in, and then the wind is lifting up the tent.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God, what am I going to do here? What am I going to do here? Getting in and out, putting them back in, getting back out. I'm like, I can't do this all night.
Yeah.
So I get out the tent, and Lucy tells me the next day, at this point, she just thinks I've abandoned her. She's like, oh, I just thought you'd gone and slept in the showers. I was like, yeah, I just got to sleep in the showers, I think.
Thought you'd done a Captain Scott on me. Gone out to die in the cold. Oh.
So what I went and did, I went and found a load of big boulders, like big rocks.
Yeah.
And I put the pegs in, and then I put these big rocks over the tent pegs. And they were very hard to source, these rocks.
Yeah,
because it was a campsite. There was none about. And so I had to leave the campsite, and it's pitch black, and I'm by this river at like midnight with water like, you know, flooding down.
Yeah.
And there was a point where I was trying to gather rocks by this river, really treacherous point, and I was like, is this how I die?
Yeah.
Because I was like, are they going to find me the next day and just dead?
Yeah.
And so I didn't die.
No.
And I went and I was the only one in the campsite who managed to source any rocks. And the next day I was like, oh, they're going to be loving my rocks. Meanwhile, Lucy's inside the tent, pinning it down. She was like, thinking, it's going to fly away. It's going to fly away.
Yeah.
So I did that.
You are looking at or listening to the modern day Bear Grylls. Yeah. Don't know if you remember that episode of Bear Grylls where the wind kept blowing the tent pegs up out of his tent and he had to get a rock to put on it. But that must have been scary, having to spread eagle yourself to keep the tent down.
Maybe. What else have I been up to this week? When was the last time I spoke to you?
Last Sunday.
And I told you about the Costco guys, did I?
Yeah, you've already told me about the Costco guys. And technically that didn't happen to you, did it? That's just a video you've seen.
What do you mean?
Well, we tell stories, don't we? Not like, what you've looked at on your phone. But if it's funny, I welcome it, personally.
Double chunk chocolate cookie.
Yeah, I banned them from my shop. You've just thrown toilet paper across the aisle. We don't do that here. This is
Did
Britain.
I tell you I did karaoke?
No.
It was Sam Stroker, works at Fierce Bar.
Yeah.
He's left there now, and he had like a leaving party. So I showed my face.
Yeah.
And they're doing karaoke upstairs. And it's funny when you do karaoke that if the screen's not in front of you, you quickly realise you don't know the lyrics to the song off by heart.
Yeah.
A song you've sang for years, and you're like, oh my God, how the hell? And then so you have to ruin it by turning around and look at the screen behind you.
Yeah. What song did you sing?
I thought, okay, I need to pick something that is short enough, but will also, keep things moving.
Yeah.
I picked Zero to Hero from Hercules.
Fantastic. I bet that went down a treat.
Went all right.
Yeah. Major hunk. Yeah, I wouldn't know the lyrics to Zero to Hero.
What would you sing? Old Lang Syne?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know the lyrics to that. I just end up singing the Lord's Prayer.
They are one and the same.
Now, Tom.
Oh, also, I don't think I mentioned this. I've now got tinnitus.
Oh, no.
Have you got that?
No, I think you have said that before. It does ring a bell. Sorry.
No, laugh. Go on, laugh. Laugh.
How's
What
that
won't
come
this guy
about?
laugh at? The things he laughs at. My new disability, Maggie Smith dying. It's a bloody fun podcast for you this week, isn't it?
You know and the audience knows that it was mechanical.
I'll cut that out, don't worry. And just leave you laughing.
Sorry, you've got tinnitus. When did that start?
On this fucking camping trip, all of a sudden, I don't know if it was the altitude, there'd been no loud noises, but one night, all of a sudden my ear just starts ringing, and it has not stopped since.
Oh, is it happening now?
Yeah.
And how loud is it, would you describe?
Well, the louder noises are around me, the more discomfort I feel in my ear. I went to the doctor. People always go like this. They always go, "Oh, if you're ill, you must go to the GP. You must go to the GP. Go." So I was like, all right, get a doctor's appointment. Go to the GP. I was like, I've had non-stop ringing in my ear for like 3 weeks. Woman's like, have you? And I'm like, yep. She's like, give it another week. Oh yeah, you think number 4 will do the trick? Okay, I'll give it 4 then, I reckon. 4's the charm.
They just want to get rid of you, don't they? He won't come back. If he's already waited 3 weeks, he's not going to come back for a second appointment after a 4th week.
Okay, that's good. And so she looked in my ear with a little whatever, and then there was a student doctor there. Can they have a look in your ear? I was like, fine. And they were looking in my ear, and they were all rough.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, great. Go to the doctors. The doctors say, go home. That's good. It's like that song, isn't it? Polly put the kettle on. Tommy turned it off again. That's good.
I think this man's going mad.
Who? Me?
You singing Polly Turn the Kettle On. Yeah, well,
That's
are there not things
the
that
kind
you
of
can
crap
buy?
song you sing.
Yeah, I like There's a Hole in My Bucket. Thing is there not something over the counter you can buy for tinnitus?
No.
Oh. I'm going to look it up. I'm going to be your doctor. Tinnitus. Cure.
I'll be your doctor then. Let's have a look. Lazy Git Syndrome.
Excuse you.
Oh, lazy bowel syndrome, a condition characterised by the slow movement of waste through the digestive system, primarily due to reduced mobility of the large intestine.
Oh. You need a hearing aid, it says here.
I will not be wearing a hearing aid.
Do you refuse? Yours could be hidden under your hair.
Alright then. You can wear braces.
I will. Oh, did I tell you about... I forgot to tell you that story. Did I tell you about my new dentist?
No.
So, I haven't been to the dentist for like 2 years. Since I've been to Germany, I've not been to the dentist, right? And Martina was like, you've got to go to the dentist because you've not been for 2 years. And so I was like, well, I don't know which dentist to go to. And Martina, like an advert, she goes, well, you need to use Dr. Lib. It's an app where you can just pick any time and it'll recommend you a local dentist appointment. So I was like, right, I'll do that then. So I was like, but, you know, dentists... Usually...
Dr. Lip?
Dr. Lib.
Oh. Hair lip?
Lib with a B.
Mm.
So anyways, I'm like, bloody hell, well, dentists, they're normally all booked up, aren't they? So I go on the app, and this dentist has got all day the next day free. So I was like, oh, I'll use that one. He looks good. So I go to this dentist's. I'm the only one there. And he invites me in. He goes, right, sit down on the chair. And the first thing he does is he opens my mouth, starts feeling my teeth and goes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And he's like, oh, 30 something, that's good. Alright, that's good. Is that all, doctor? And he's like, no, there's more to do. So he has a look inside my mouth. He's like, these look good, but I can see that you chew the inside of your gums. I said, oh, I do when I sleep. And he's like, well, what I'll do is I'll make you a mould of your teeth. Have you ever had this done?
No. Oh, yeah, I do actually. It's here.
Yeah. Now,
Here's my teeth.
Now, what do they look like?
Do you want a copy of these?
Is that what you put in your mouth?
No, this is just like a... This is a cast of my teeth.
Oh, that's lovely. And do you then have the things that you put on your teeth?
Oh, yeah, because, I've got some other things, yeah. Why?
So anyway, so he starts off shoving a big bowl of putty in my mouth. I didn't know what was happening. And he makes those things that you've got.
Mm-hmm.
And then the following week I come back and he gives me these things. Right. I put them on. And they don't even cover all of my teeth. They're just like hanging on the edge of them. Is that normal?
You gotta click them up.
Yeah, I tried doing that. It didn't work. So anyway, I stopped going to that dentist.
Well, it sounds like Mr. Lip isn't a very good dentist.
No. Dr. Lib. But Dr. Lib just recommends you to all sorts.
Doesn't it seem sacrilegious when they demolish a church?
Yes. What's that? Why are you bringing that up?
and dig up all the graves. There was a church near where I used to live in Blackpool, not too far, and they just knocked the church down, dug up all the graves, and built a load of houses on it.
Oof. Well, as a Welshman, I cannot listen to that story without telling you about the tragedy of Tryweryn. Which,
Go on.
I think it was in the 60s or something. Liverpool didn't have access to a clean water supply. So they made everybody move out of a Welsh village so that they turned it into a reservoir. And it was a big, massive scandal because the people didn't want to move out of their hometown, and there was like a graveyard there that just got covered in water and stuff. And it was called Tryweryn, and it was all to give. I think it was the city of Liverpool a water reservoir, and it was a big scandal.
I don't think I like this conversation.
Oh, I don't think I like this conversation. Yeah, in 1965.
Llewellyn,
Yeah.
it's called. Lawrence Llewellyn.
No, Tryweryn.
Trowell.
It was opposed by 125 local authorities.
Oh my God, that's a lot of authorities.
That is a lot of authorities.
But they did it anyway.
They did it anyway.
That is life, everyone. That is democracy. No matter how much you protest, they're gonna do it anyway.
Families who had relatives buried in the cemetery were given the option of moving them to another cemetery. 8 bodies were moved and the rest were left. And all the headstones were just left there and covered in water.
Mm-hmm.
It's bloody awful, isn't it? And now it isn't even there, the reservoir.
Well, that's not that bad. I mean, just because your grave is covered in water doesn't mean it's not a grave anymore. It's better than being dug up and thrown on a bonfire, innit?
Oh yeah, you're right. I shouldn't have mentioned it. What a tragedy-filled episode, listeners. Are you enjoying yourselves?
What about Guy Fawkes?
What about Guy Fawkes?
I heard about Guy Fawkes recently. Have you never heard about Guy Fawkes?
Yeah, he was a member of the gunpowder plot who got caught.
Someone went to me, do you hear about Guy Fawkes being hung? I was like, oh, was he? How big are we talking?
Hey, that's a good one.
And then they said, no, they killed him. I was like, oh, killing someone? Just because he had a big willy? That's not very nice, is it?
Yeah. Is this your new material?
Well, I thought of it yesterday.
It's very good. Oh, just after Edinburgh as well.
Well, just in time for bonfire night.
Yay! Any bonfire night fancying? I'll always laugh at the meme where, because there's a picture of Guy Fawkes' signature before and after he was tortured. And before it's like he's got nice handwriting, and then after he's tortured it's a horrible squiggle. And the meme is, on the left side it's my signature, and on the right side, my signature signing for a parcel electronically. Very funny.
Yeah, but also, speaking of bonfire night for 5 nights, I'm in London doing my stand-up show at the Soho Theatre, if you want to come to that.
Right, how can you
it's up
get
to you.
5 nights at a bonfire night? You can't be doing that.
Well, it starts on bonfire night and it continues until non-fire night.
Non-fire night.
No, not non-fire night, non-fire night.
That's when you fire all the pedos in the business. Non-fire nights. You're fired. Anyway.
Oh?
Are you doing your Edinburgh show there, Ian?
Yeah.
Buried alive. It's all been connected today, isn't it? We were just talking about graves, and now talking about your show, Buried Alive.
And you're in grave danger.
Oh, I'm scared, listeners.
Because I'm going to kill you. Oh, we need to... It's 11 already. Fucking hell, man.
Yeah, God forbid. I'll give you a chapter. Why have you got somewhere to be?
At 11:45 I do.
Oh! Chapter 15, The Unbreakable Vow.
Because I've been getting a bit sluggish. I was like, right, enough is enough. And I'm having a meeting with a personal trainer.
That's good.
And I'm going to fly to Germany on Christmas Eve, dress up as Santa Claus, and I'm going to batter you.
Oh, after I've only been a dad for probably about a week. Beat me up. Oh, at least say hello to the baby first.
Hello, little baby.
Oh, why did you punch his dad? Chapter 15, The Unbreakable Vow.
Oh, also, cultural review. I've been thinking about lamb and mint pies for a while now, and I googled them, and you can buy some posh ones. But I was like, where can I get one locally? And I saw that Iceland have them. So I went to Iceland yesterday, and I bought some lamb and mint pies. They were £1 for 2. And I came home, and I ate them both, and they were very nice. And also, while I was there, I bought some chicken dippers, and I bought some poppets, and I bought some cornflake cakes, all of which have now been eaten.
Sorry I'm late. Are you the personal trainer? Yeah. Sorry, I was caught up talking about lamb and mint pies, poppets, chicken dippers. You've come to the right person. You need help. Did you know they've got proper ones in Iceland? Right. Forget about the lamb and mint pies. We need to get you on a regime. Right, chapter 15, The Unbreakable Vow. It's coming up to Christmas, and it's time for Slughorn's party. It's a big do. There's decorations, there's food, people are smoking. Anyway, next thing, Malfoy turns up, and it's all a bit weird. Malfoy and Snape. They disappear. Harry follows them and listens. What they're talking about. Turns out there's some kind of plan. The Dark Lord has asked Malfoy to do something. Snape wants to help Malfoy, but Malfoy doesn't want Snape's help. It's all a bit iffy. And that was The Unbreakable Vow. What a chapter, Tom.
What a bloody silly little chapter.
Yeah. They're prepping for Christmas, and it says that girls are waiting, lining up near the mistletoe for Harry to come down the corridor.
No, they didn't.
Is he that much of a heartthrob? I'm not believing it. You know, is it because he's famous or what?
No, they weren't. They weren't. All of them. Also, you think he's going to snog you all? What's with this book now and snogging?
I know.
Everything is kissing. So I don't want to read about kids kissing. I'm sorry if I'm a prude, but I don't like reading about little kids kissing. Lucas, how do you feel about it? No
I'm
comment.
the same as
Either
you.
way.
Eh? I don't know, it's like some bloody teenage romance show it's turned into. It's like bloody Hollyoaks.
I'm just a teen. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to know who's going out with who's making who jealous. I want some magic. I want some Avada Kedavra and a goblin.
We do not Avada Kedavra the goblins.
But you know what I mean? It's turned into like Waterloo Road. We don't want the
I know
high
what you
school drama and romance. We want Grope and Buckbeak and Dumbledore using the room of requirement to have a shit. Magic.
And not only that, not only are they all trying to kiss Harry, they're all trying to spike Harry's drink.
Yeah, that seems to be another theme of the book. This is about the third mention of somebody being roofied. Bloody love potions.
Not roofied, love potioned.
Love potion. It's awful, isn't it? Same kind of thing, isn't it?
Would you ever put anything in someone's drink?
Some ice cubes if they ask for it, or a straw. Or some sugar if I was making somebody a tea.
That's lovely.
Or I'd poison Kim Jong-un. No, I wouldn't. I don't know.
You'll get us killed saying that.
Oh yeah, sorry. That was Tom, Kim Jong-un. Tom said
It
that.
wasn't Kim Jong-un. Watch the video on YouTube, Kim Jong-un. You'll see his lips moving.
No, don't watch it, Kim Jong-un. It's delayed.
You can walk from Korea to Germany. You'd have to fly to the UK.
He's got me there, Kim Jong-un. Reports have flown in that the President of North Korea, Kim Jong-un, has begun a 4,000-mile trek towards Germany to... Oh! I didn't mean it!
Who do you think's going to win the US election?
I don't know. I'd like Kamala Harris to win it. But I don't...
I'd like Kamala Harris to win it. Go on.
That's not how I said it. But you never bloody know, do you? I think it's going to be close. When's it happening? December?
Apparently it's one of those spur-of-the-moment elections this time. They're just going to announce it and you have to drop what you're doing and go vote.
Oh my god, that sounds exciting.
Yeah.
Drop what you're doing and vote. Who knows? But apparently Trump has said if he loses this time, he's not going to run again.
Well, he's about 100 years old.
I know. Well, he was like going on about how old Joe Biden was. It's like, you're only about 2 years younger than him.
Pot kettle black.
Donald. Oh. Yeah. So, I don't know. We'll find out in the future. Who knows? Ron is... He stopped being miserable and now he's being jolly. But it's come at a cost because he's always hanging around Lavender Brown, snogging her, whatever in. And it's like, you don't do that in company, do you? If you've got a new boyfriend or girlfriend, private, do what you want. But if you're back with your friends, no smooching and snogging in a corner. Just hang around and be normal. Do you know what I mean? Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Snogging is for private.
Yeah, private, that.
I wonder if they say snogging in the US version of the books, or do you reckon they say, like, making out?
Making out. Yeah, I think they say...
Or maybe they say, like, sorcerers stoning each other.
What does that mean? The Sorcerer's Stone. Yeah, I wonder. Yeah, maybe other things have been changed. Yeah?
Oh, what?
Like, Fred and George's Candy Shop. Maybe it's like that.
Yeah.
Or Nocturne Avenue. Something like that.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, maybe Diagon Alley's called, like, West 25th. Have you got any, or is it just me?
I can't think as quick as you.
Oh.
People who do puns can think quick. It's like...
Nothing I just said was a pun.
Well, you do puns. Like your Billy pun. And when people
Billy
do puns, they think quick and then they get to reward themselves by laughing alone and everyone else kind of just look at them like this.
Oh. Well, didn't really like that conversation.
If you had your way, you'd do like, I don't know, the 1,000 puns an hour show. That's what Pottervision would be.
No. I don't think I do like, well, yeah, I like puns, but I don't know, there weren't that many puns in my set, were there? It's mainly just songs and being silly.
I was watching a recording of Pottervision from the first year we did it, you know.
Yeah.
And it was funny because you eventually said the Greg Wallace line yourself.
Yeah.
but initially you made me say it. There's a bit where he's got a bald cap on and glasses, and he wanted me to go, and you say I look like Greg Wallace. And I was like, oh, that's not very funny.
Yeah.
And you know, it's brilliant. It's marvellous.
Yeah.
And so I've got a recording of me going, you're like this. Bald cap, glasses, like.
Yeah.
And I go, I look like Greg Wallace.
See, they didn't laugh. Well, you didn't say it loud enough. You mumbled it to yourself. Give it a chance.
The next year following, for 5 years, you put the wig on, glasses on, and you said, hark, everybody, look at I look like Greg Wallace.
I never said it like that. I'd go, oh, it's Greg Wallace. Yeah, but did it get a laugh?
Yeah, to the Anglophiles in the room.
Exactly. Oh, it was Greg Wallace. If that's the same when there was one show where you were dressed up as Hagrid and you didn't say the lines properly, and then you just slammed the wig in the suitcase and went, oh, I'm not doing that again. Oh, you didn't do it. What do you mean you're not doing that again? You half-arsed it.
The one show, because I never dressed up as Hagrid. Lucas was like, in this one, you must dress up as Hagrid, and you must say, everyone, you have detention in the forest, take Fang. So I did it. I was like, oh, everyone, you got detention in the forest, take Fang. I'm not doing that again. Stupid.
No, sorry. I don't think it was supposed to get a laugh. What? Oh, they didn't stand up and give me a standing ovation. Oh,
Stupid.
it's stupid. I don't like this play anymore. Hey, they've started doing human transfiguration in school. I'd be excited for that. So like, oh, human transfiguration, maybe we can turn into a cat like Mechanical.
If you can transfigure anything about yourself, and Wormtongue stayed a rat for 50 years,
Yeah.
if you didn't like your appearance, like if you felt a bit overweight, could you transfigure yourself to the size you wanted to be and just stay like that?
Yeah, that's interesting, isn't it? I don't have the answers actually, but it's an interesting thought, isn't it? Maybe you could, maybe you couldn't.
I try with him, listeners. I give him gold and he gives me nothing back.
Hey, I'm just warming up. Oh, yeah, I'd transfigure myself slightly smaller ears. How about you?
I'd give yourself a great big willy.
Hey, Arresto momentum. What am I referring to? I don't even know myself. A human transfiguration. Yeah.
Arresto momentum.
Who's closing their eyes there, me or you? He's falling asleep mid-spell. Yeah, Yeah, but then they get excited about human transfiguration and all they're doing is changing the colour of their eyebrows. You can do that with bleach, Professor Mechanical. You don't need magic to do that. Just a bit of bleach. Out of sight, out of reach. I'm going to cover the audience with bleach. Hey. Oh. I didn't know you were going to do that.
I don't think I like this Harry Potter show anymore.
Yeah. Now, Harry is going to Slughorn's party and he's got nobody to invite. Well, he's got lots of people to invite. He just doesn't want to invite any of them. So he ends up surprising himself and, out of the blue, asking Luna Lovegood. But who overhears them but... It's Peeves! Potty loves Luna! Do you like that?
I think if I'd have written these books,
Yeah.
at this point, I'd have pretended I'd forgotten about Peeves and just stopped including him.
Yeah. You'd have to have a list, wouldn't you, to keep remembering it? Me
Where was-
implying that authors don't make notes.
Where
They
was
just
Peeves
write
last
the book.
year?
Yeah, I don't remember Peeves last year.
Yeah,
Maybe he was on
it's
holiday.
I think she was like, he'd interfere with that little woman too much, so let's just ignore him.
What little woman? Oh, yeah, Umbridge. Yeah, he was in the book last year.
What?
I think he was in the book last year. Didn't he wind Umbridge up?
Okay, then what was he doing?
Messing about. Having a daft laugh and that.
I'm so sick of hearing about McLaggen. Are you?
Yeah, we know he's big. We know he's got muscles. I don't want to hear about him. I don't know why Hermione has got involved with him. To make Ron jealous. But... I'm sick of it. I know nothing about him. Slughorn's party. It's fair dues to the lad. He's made a good effort. There's decorations, there's food, there's music, there's people with pipes. I'd like to be there. It looks a bit of fun. What do you reckon? Would you go?
No. Knowing me, I'd probably just like to stay home with a good book and that.
Yeah. Have you ever hosted a party?
I've ever hosted a party.
Yeah.
At a birthday party when I was like 8.
Yeah. I had a birthday party when you were 8. Yeah. My 21st was a surprise party. I haven't had one since then. Where,
And all your closest friends were there.
all the middle-aged men that I'd met in comedy.
Mum, Dad, these are all my friends.
Oh, any of them from uni? No. From King's Arms, the pub.
You know Dermot Glennon, don't you? This is Tony Baxter. How old are they, boys? Mid-50s at least. Oh.
Oh, what a life I've led. Trelawney's a bit drunk in the party and she starts having a go for it.
Were you checking she wasn't there then? Trelawney was a bit drunk in the party. He looked over his shoulders before he said it.
I don't want her to overhear me. Yeah, and she calls him a dobbin. And I was like, what the bloody hell's a dobbin? And then I googled it and it's another name for a horse that no one ever says.
I'll give you a fucking name for a horse in a minute, young man.
What? Black Beauty?
Donkey.
Donkey. Yeah, I think that's all I've got.
What a chapter.
What a chapter.
How many vampires out of 5 are you giving this chapter?
Oh, I forgot about Sanguini. I enjoyed the chat. Yeah, like you said though, too much kissing. Too much, messing about, relationships, teenage stuff. It was only at the end we got the juicy bit of gossip that Snape and Malfoy are talking to each other about the Dark Lord's task that Malfoy's doing, and it's all a bit breaking apart between them. So that was good, but the rest of it, a bit of old tosh. I'm going to give it 3 vampires out of 5.
That is lovely. Myself, I thought it was a bit of a tediously long chapter when nothing happened whatsoever. It was a bit wild. They called this chapter The Unbreakable Vow when nothing happened about that whatsoever apart
Should have
from
been
towards
called
the end.
Slughorn's Knees Up or something like
It should have been called Snogfest 2000.
that. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why you should have been killed.
Yeah.
Or they should have called it Learn to Spike 101.
Yeah.
For that reason, I can give this chapter no more than 1 vampire out of 5.
Scathing.
Now, are you ready for this week's edition of Quiz?
Yes.
Bless my soul, quiz is on a roll. Time to do a quiz, and this lad is gonna do it. What a pro. He's never won it once, he's never won it twice, and he's never won it thrice. He is a no one, a 0, 0. He thinks he's a hard shot, but he is a 0. Time for the quiz to prove this twat wrong. 0 to 0. And he's wearing a thong, 0 to 0. And what a bong.
I
Right.
like this quiz.
Question 1. What kind of moustache did Ron give himself?
Handlebar.
He said confidently. How did Luna pat Hermione on the back?
Enthusiastically.
Incorrect. Vaguely. What did Hermione play with?
What did Hermione play with? God, I don't know. Her hair.
Her stew. Question 4. What kind of confectionery did someone try and spike Harry with?
Chocolates.
With what in the middle?
Oh, don't know. Caramel.
Fiery whiskey.
Oh.
Question 5. What kind of beast did Harry meet at the meeting?
A vampire called Sanguini.
Correct. Unfortunately, you've lost the quiz. 0 to 0. How about that? 0 to 0. What a twat.
Oh. I don't think I like this conversation. Now it's time for the nation's second favourite segment. It's Hedwig's Droppings. We're not alluding to owl poo. We're not alluding to ploppings. We mean the messages you send in when we allude to Hedwig's Droppings and Tom's a twat.
Double twat, is it?
What? Hey. This week we've had a load of lovely messages. The first one was submitted on our website from someone called George. And George says, "Hiya fellas, massive fan of the podcast. Found it last summer when I just moved house. And my Mega, I think that's also correct, but somebody was very pregnant, so rattled through it all ridiculously quickly. Not the best question, I'm afraid, but please can you tell me where Tom got his Ion Springfield t-shirt from?"
People are always asking about that.
Where'd you get it from?
If you go on Instagram and put in second best pet shop, it'll come up.
There you go. And he finishes his message by saying, "Keep it up. Dread to think what's going to happen when you get to the end of these bloody books."
I think we know what's going to happen, don't we?
You can do what you want. Oh! How do we get a choice in the matter?
I'm going to do a suicide murder with you. Pow!
Oh!
Pow!
I dread to think what's going to happen now as well. That's horrible. Now, we've had another message on the website from Cavish. And he says, "I saw your show in Dublin. I was the Indian guy who you guys chose to be one of the twins. Delightful indeed. I was wondering if there's any way to see your act of the first book that you performed in the past." Well, yes, there is. If you go on our Patreon, patreon.com/Pottervision, and join on the Baby Hermione tier or higher, you can access both shows on video. Pottervision 1 and Pottervision 2, the Squeakle.
Oh, the second one's on there.
I thought so. Is it not?
Don't know. When did we have that? Where was it filmed?
I don't know. I thought I'd put it up at some point.
Oh, I've got... Did we put the Manchester one on? I've got a copy of it from Birmingham with the Family Fortunes round.
Maybe we'll update it with the more and then edit in the videos. That'll be good. Yeah, hey, that might be something we could do. But yeah. And Cavish finishes with, and if you're planning the third book in the future, please do visit Dublin. I've started listening to the podcast. It's so effing funny. Well, thanks very much, Cavish. And who knows what the future may bring, is my vague response. So, we've had another message on the website from Bellatrix. And Bellatrix simply asks, when's Lewis Shaw coming back?
I know who that Bellatrix is. It's Lewis Shaw himself.
Is it?
No, probably not. I don't know. Do you want him on?
I want him on. We'll get him on. He did do one of the Double Vision episodes, Dr. No. If
Did he?
you want to listen. You were there as well.
Was that?
Yeah.
Literally, do you know what I did the other day? I went,
on.
do you know what we should do on Double Vision? We should do White Chicks.
I thought, well, we did that about 2 months ago.
Do it again.
Yeah, so I'd like to have Lewis Shaw back. But Tom's his agent, so we have to do it through Tom. I don't
You
have-
can message. You can message.
I don't have his
I don't
number,
mind
do
if. I don't. I don't know. Come on, Facebook. I don't mind if Lewis takes over my spot on the podcast. We can shake things up whenever we want.
Friend of the show. So thank you very much, Bellatrix. And our final message is from John Watson Cook. And John says, new baby Draco here. Great to be here, and I absolutely love the work. This is the funniest podcast I've ever listened to. That's nice. To the point where I can't listen to it in the gym anymore. It's not safe. It's brought my wife and I closer together. Oh, that's lovely. Don't be playing us while you're getting closer together, thank you. Just getting stuck into the Double Vision stuff now. I feel like I've stumbled into a Captain Nemo's cave of content. Fantastic work, lads. Yeah, thank you very much, John. And as all, there's like 80 episodes of Double Vision now. Live shows, behind the scenes footage, tour diaries. There's all sorts on there. And you can access stuff for as little as £4.50. So get on it. Patreon.com/Pottervision. Now, do you have time to do any baby stories or not?
No, I've got to walk to the gym.
Alright, well, that list gets ever longer. And, this has been Pottervision, the Pottervision podcast. Thank you so much for listening. As always, support us on the Patreon. Leave us a review. It helps if you give us a lovely 5-star review and say nice things on whatever platform you listen to us on. And next time, we'll be on episode 151, chapter 16 of book 6, A Very Frosty Christmas. You have been the Raggy to my Ruby, Tom Lawrenson.
And you have been my Hercules, Lucas Kirkby.
Goodbye.
Mwah. Fair.